What's up everyone, Clark Glassford, founder of My Practice Interview, where we help you land your dream job. And today I want to talk about first impressions, making perfect first impressions for when you come into the interview so you grab the hiring manager's attention and you're ready to rock that interview. First impressions are absolutely crucial to you launching yourself into that interview on the right foot. Now, a number of years ago, hiring managers were asked across North America, tell us what makes a good first impression when you meet an applicant, and actually tell us what you don't like about applicants and what the big turnoffs are. Here's what they said. 67% said no eye contact. If I don't see good eye contact, I'm not interested. 26% said weak handshake. So if I don't have a nice firm handshake, I'm also turned off by that. I don't like not having a firm handshake. Now this is of course back in pre-pandemic days where people were shaking hands and meeting face-to-face in interviews, but you need to know that for when we get through all this, you're shaking hands and you have a firm handshake. 33% said fidgeting. If someone's fidgeting, I'm turned right off. So moving around your chair, fidgeting a lot, that's not something that hiring managers want to see. 21% said touching face, playing with hair, that's a turn off. 21% said crossing arms. I don't like to see someone sitting like this. Sitting like this comes across as unapproachable. They don't seem comfortable. That's also a turn off. 9% said too many hand gestures. 40% said no knowledge of the company. And 70% said too fashionable dress attire. So when we're talking about dress attire, we're talking about coming in, looking professional for the interview. And I know there's a lot of thought out there on different companies with their dress attire, and should it be shirt and tie, or nice dress, or should it just be casual like we see some of the employees in the company wearing? Always err on the side of caution. Dress business professional for interviews, because here's what hiring managers said. 65% of them said dress attire is important. If it's between applicant A, who dresses well, and applicant B, who doesn't dress well, I'm going with applicant A. So although they don't want you to be too fashionable and trendy, they do want you to dress well and look ready to impress for the interview. So those are some of the biggest turnoffs you can have with hiring managers and a panel. Now, here's the scary part. That takes them 90 seconds. That's it. 90 seconds to make a determination as to whether they're interested in you and they want to hear what you have to say for the interview, or they're turned off at that point and go, we've got to go through this interview, but I don't think this person's right for the role. 90 seconds is all you get. And for a trained interviewer like me, I can tell you 90 seconds is almost long. For me, I could be knowing which way I'm going on an applicant within 30 to 60 seconds. That's it. So all of those little things I just talked about, the handshakes, the eye contact, the hand gestures, the fidgeting and touching of face, hair, the dress attire, is really important that you understand that, so you're making such a strong first impression going into that interview. Now, check this part out. Of the same survey, here's what they attributed their responses to get them to the actual interview. 55% is your dress attire. So how you come into the room, they're looking at you. They're looking at you to see if you've dressed professionally, if you're right for the role. 38% said within that 90 seconds, it's their voice, their confidence they're portraying, and their grammar, those things. So they want to see that you display confidence, you have good tone in your voice, and you look just right for the role, and you're acting the part of the role by displaying that confidence, which is really tricky because you got nerves, right? And interviews are stressful, and your job is to try and bring those nerves down and bring that confidence up. And I'm going to talk about that in a second here. So out of all of that, that's 93% of the assessment they're making on you within those 90 seconds is your dress attire and the confidence you portray. 7% is what you actually say. But I'll say it like this. Each stage of the recruitment process, and especially each stage of the interview, is a gate that you're getting through. So that first impression is a gate. So don't just think 7% of what you say, well, that's it, I better just dress really well and look really confident, I'm gonna get the job. No. Dress well, come across confident, make a powerful first impression. You're through that gate, now you're into the interview, and it's all about what you say. It's all about how you answer those questions. So here's how I want you to prepare for your interview when it comes to making first impressions. And if you've watched my other videos, I talk about this. I talk about preparing for the interview for the various stages. So with the actual interview part, I've told you about writing down your responses to questions, practicing out loud, coming up with different examples to respond to questions, those types of things. The same thing happens when it comes down to making a first impression. I want you to practice. So whether that's you in front of a mirror, practicing greeting someone, practicing making eye contact and opening that interview, do it. It helps build your confidence, lower that stress when you come into the interview. If you've got to practice with your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or friend, get someone in front of you, pretend like you're meeting in the interview. It's all a role play and it's all really powerful in your preparation. I know for some of you are like, Clark, I can't do that. Trust me, it works. When I do mock interviews with clients, this is what we do, and this is the feedback I give clients as we go through. So really important that you put in the preparation. If you've heard me before, I always say it's not about the practice, it's perfect practice makes perfect. And this is the perfect practice system to make sure you build confidence, make a powerful first impression, and just rock your interview. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Just a quick one today, but I can't oversell just how important making a first impression is. It is absolutely key. If you come in making a poor first impression, it gets really difficult to take yourself out of the hole and impress that hiring manager throughout the interview. So hope you've enjoyed the video. As always, check out in the links below lots of additional videos to help support you through my YouTube page. Check out our My Practice Interview ebook. It's free download. It's an excellent step-by-step approach to preparing for your interview. Plus, it's actually got free interview templates at the back where you can practice, and you can practice the making first impression portion right in with doing those templates. It's a great tool. You'll also want to check out the Interview Accelerator workshop. This is the one gift that I can give to you that will help you ultimately prepare for your interview and knock it out of the park. It goes through how to prepare a cover letter, resume, teaches you all the different types of interview questions, how to answer those specifically, talks about the different landmines and pitfalls applicants can find them on, and how to avoid all of those and get to the ultimate interview success where you're hearing those words, you're hired. It's an absolute great workshop, complete investment. It's an hour and a half of your time. You will not regret it. So check that one out as well. And like I always say, happy interviewing.